All right, welcome back to Crane's Custom Lures. It's been like 3 months since I've caught a bass, so we're gonna try and fix that today. I'm making a jerkbait. This time of year, pretty much everything around me is blown out and super muddy, so any bait that I make that I actually want to catch a fish on has to be either like super dark or super bright colored so it actually stands out. Ideally, I'd also do something with noise, like put an internal weight chamber or something, or an internal rattle chamber, but that's just gonna take too long for me to actually be able to get this video out. So I know I've been saying that a lot, things keep getting in the way. But anyways, let's get straight to the build, starting on the bandsaw. I'm going with a 4-inch jerkbait, so pretty standard size for a jerkbait, and I'm gonna try and get it to suspend, but chances are it's probably gonna be like a slow sink, and I want it to be a relatively deep diver because at least around here fish aren't pushed up yet, they're still out pretty deep, so I'm hoping that I can get deep enough to get some of the suspended fish offshore. Maybe that'll work out for me, maybe not. We're just gonna have to find out. I have tried and tried to get both my disc sander or my disc sander belt sander combo and my bandsaw right here to give me like perfect 90-degree cuts and sanding marks, but it's impossible. No matter what I do, my bait is always at least a little bit thicker on one side because it's like slightly angled. I know they're adjustable. I've adjusted them to 90 over and over again, and it never works. They're always slightly off. The process for this bait is the same as pretty much every other lure I've made. The only real difference is this doesn't have a joint and it has a lip in it. I would try and tell you how to do lips on lures like well and accurately, but I'm not very good at it, so I can't really do that. The fact of the matter is this bait probably isn't even gonna run straight, so. By the way, lead pot's working like a dream these days, so super glad I got to clear that out. Upon testing this lure, it is going to be a slightly slow sink. Originally, it was like a perfect suspender, but I guess maybe some water soaked into the wood or something where I didn't seal it well enough, and that leveled out the floating power enough that it started to sink. So technically I could remove some lead, but I don't think it matters that much, especially because I want this to be able to get a little deeper, and like it being a slow sink will let me count it down before I start retrieving, so I can kind of get it to where I want in the water column anyways. So the idea for the color of this bait is kind of like a natural craw color. We're going with some kind of basic yellowy orange for the underside, and then some kind of brick red for the upper side, and then some darker brown for the full top of the bait, and then just some little details to make it look kind of craw-ish. It doesn't really look like a craw in any way. I mean, it doesn't have a craw pattern, but it has craw colors, and that's really what I was going for. And if you think about it, the way you fish a jerkbait is kind of exactly how a fleeing crawfish looks, so it makes sense to me. And now that the clear coat's on, it's time to go fish with this thing. Let's do it. Well, all right, folks. I'm out here with the jerkbait, the craw jerkbait. It's gonna be raining, I think, the whole time. And the water temp's actually decently warm, it looks like, too. Yeah, we're at 50, 57 almost, which is pretty warm compared to the other stuff I've been fishing. But yeah, I'm gonna be out here. I have one rod, which I never do. One rod, one bait. So all I'm gonna be fishing today is the jerkbait, and I'm gonna go as long as I can. We'll see what happens. Marking some fish right up here, off the bank a little bit. Oh my god. Dude, I just got so excited. I thought I hooked onto a fish. It was just a massive clump of weeds. Oh. It has been so long, so long since I've caught a fish. Okay, well, I fished the entire lake, caught nothing. I don't think it was the jerkbait's fault. I just, for some reason, can't seem to catch any fish. So, the streak continues, but it is what it is. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Later.